was a troubled former student who loved guns. We know a number of students were shot and killed today, and the school has also lost a football coach. The death toll sits at 17, making this one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. Terrifying moments for students at the South Florida High School as rounds of shots are fired just outside their classroom. Smoke from the gun, a semi-automatic rifle, filling the room.
I was in the classroom and all I heard was the gunshots. And then when we went outside and the police cleared us for us to go outside, I see dead bodies on the floor.
Bullets in their heads, a lot of stuff. White sheets over their body.
The massacre leaving 17 students and staff dead. It unfolded on the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School campus shortly before 3 o'clock. Witnesses say the gunman set off the fire alarm, prompting people to exit the school.
I wasn't sure if it was a drill, and then I started hearing sirens, so I started questioning whether this was a drill or not. So I got really scared, you know?
Students barricaded themselves in classrooms, crouched in terror as gunshots rang out. The gunman was eventually arrested off campus and identified as 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz, a former student who was expelled because of disciplinary problems.
He knows the school layout. He knows where everyone would be at as of right now. He's been in his fire drills. He's prepared for this stuff.
SWAT teams swept the school, leading shaken students to safety.
This is a state that is focused on keeping all of our children safe. You come to the conclusion this is just absolutely pure evil.
Of our 8 patients, we had 2 mortalities, 3 in critical condition, and 3 are stable.
This is the deadliest mass school shooting in the U.S. since Sandy Hook, and the 18th school shooting the country has seen this year alone. The incident enough to cause a former CIA and FBI official to break down.
Cannot we acknowledge in this country that we cannot accept this? I can't do it, Wolf. I'm sorry. We can't do it.
You see something that's not right, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your community, and you owe it to law enforcement to make this a safer nation by calling up someone tonight.
Prime Minister Trudeau sending his condolences and wishing a full recovery to the injured, saying Canadians have you in our hearts. As our neighbors to the south come to terms with yet another tragedy.
You start texting your family I love you, because you never know if you get shot or killed right there and then.
The high school will be closed for the rest of the week, but there will be support teams available for students and staff tomorrow. The state of Florida says it will pay for this counseling and for the funeral expenses. Reporting.
Blessed be the Almighty God, who I call upon each and every blessed day of my life. Who I give all praises to and know that without Him nothing is possible, but all possibility come through Him. Continue to praise Him for His love upon my children, dear children, my family and friends, and all my loved ones. Welcome to How Can I Help Speak on this channel. This is Murphy. Very sad day, people. Very sad day in the US, in Florida. Very sad day at that school. 17 dead. And who knows how much more ended between now and the next couple of days. My thing about this shooting, my condolence to the family. But my problem with this shooting is majority of the time when incident like these happen, you always hear that there were signs. There were signs. How come nobody ever take it into consideration and deal with those signs? It always end up this way. It always end up this way, and then you hear, we heard this, and this was heard, and that was heard, and this was said, and that was said, and, come on. Come on now. It past due time for something to be done. You have students in school and you know they're troubled and you hear about the things that they're saying, you act on it. You act on it so other students don't get hurt. Look at this. 17 parents right now in Florida. 17 parents right now are going through a turmoil stage. Going through a turmoil stage. And this kid that do the shooting, if his parents don't know that he's a troubled kid and this happened and they hear about this today, they're supposed to pass out wherever they stand up. And if they know that their child is troubled this way and have all these guns and don't do anything and didn't do anything about it, they deserve to do some time just like their child. Students said this kid taught a lot of things. This kid say things. It was on social media that he's going to use his AR-15 and shoot some people. And it come to pass. It come to pass. Things like this shouldn't just happen like that. The kid used to go to the school. He knows everything about the school. He knows the layout. Students hear him say things. So how come nobody act on it? How come? And I can never understand why they don't turn the gun on themselves and shoot themselves. What? What kind of world am I living in? This is a world without love. Why are we fussing? Why are we fighting over this world? But this is not even a fuss and fight. This kid have some issues. Straight up issues. And he come and bring his issues to other people. And there's more of these kids out there in school right now that have issues and have problems, and they need to do something before another strike like this. But what them said, the most dangerous thing, shooting in the United States, school shooting. Oh my God, have mercy upon our soul. Have mercy upon our soul. I'm gonna tell you something, people. With all the things that's going on all over this world, God is coming. God is coming. This world can't continue like this. No, it can't continue like this. It's too disgusting. It is too disgusting. People who have problems and want to do things like this, like I always say, why don't you find yourself in some desert land? Find yourself in some desert and do away with yourself instead of come and take innocent people's life. What, you want to be some form of whatever they may call it? So you go down in history book? That's how you want to go down in history book? By killing 17 people, 17 students who you go to school with, who don't do you anything. Nothing they don't do you. And you trick them into and take their life. And like I said, who knows how much more can die while they're in the hospital right now. So in a couple days I can maybe hear 2 more die, or 1 more die, or 3 more die out of the lot. I've been relentless and I get disgusted more and more with these people in this world. Not with the world, because the world ain't doing nothing to nobody. But the people in it are so devious, are so low-minded, are so disgusting, have so much hatred inside. All this hate inside. And majority of them never do, people who do them stuff, they never do them anything. They do it to innocent people. Innocent people, some of the people them who don't even know them. But in this case, this kid go to school, the same school. The same school. My heart goes out to those parents tonight who are going through this pain. Never expect this to happen today. This is scary. This is scary. This is sad. And it's not only in the school. You can just walk out the street. You can just come out through your house. It just anywhere the devil show up. But the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. And each and every one of them that do their crime and do their things will get their days. Their day will come. Trust me on that, as God is my witness. Their day will come. And they're going to get it back 10 times worse. 10 times worse. They're going to get it back. I don't believe in violence. I don't like violence. But some of these people, God is good. People always say, old people always say God was like man. What would happen? Trust me. This is sad. This is How Can I Help Speak on this channel, and this is Murphy. People, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I also have a cooking channel, Murphy's Catering Kitchen. Check it out. Alright? Peace and love. Murphicious and Murphets.